What can you tell me right now I'll instantly regret learning? During pregnancy, at roughly 16 weeks, the fetus develops a soft downy mustache. This hair, known as lanugo, then spreads across the rest of the fetus and by 20-ish weeks it should cover the entire body. This hair can be seen on many premature babies as some may be born/delivered before they'd naturally shed the hair. However, when they do stay in long enough to shed the hair, they then eat it while in the womb. This first meal of their own fur makes up a child's first shit. Koalas are so stupid that, if you place a eucalyptus leaf on a plate in front of them, they won't eat it, because they don't know what it is, unless it's on the branch. Also, koalas' teeth don't grow back after they wear out, so when that happens they just starve to death. The pillows in hospitals are reused until they are basically falling apart. Pillows in hospitals are used to position incontinent bedbound patients by propping them under their backside and under their thighs so they don't get bed sores. The pillows get covered in urine, feces, saliva, mucus, drainage from wounds, blood. People die on those pillows. They are plastic on the outside, so they are, hopefully, just wiped down with a bleach wipe when the room is cleaned, then covered with a new pillowcase and reused. The Japanese, after they invaded China in WW2, would dissect people alive, have contests where they would bayonet babies thrown into the air, and had a swinging tree where they would take children by the ankles and swing them into the tree head first and kill them, and these were the lesser of the evils committed there. About 30% of kids and 15% of adults have a parasitic worm that lays eggs on their anus and causes itchy asshole. Bastards are most active at night, and if you scratch your ass and somehow scratch your mouth, you're continuing the cycle. If you're laying in bed trying to sleep and you have mad itchy ass, you probably have them. You will either die early and leave all the people who love you to wallow in their own existential dread, or you will die late and watch all the people you love die around you as you are left increasingly isolated in this world that will continue spinning, even though you are frozen in time, clutching a handful of happy moments from the past that you will never be able to recreate. Even if you meet the person of your dreams and live a long and happy life together, one of you will leave the other behind. This is usually seen as emotional suicide, and this is also why people and animals can die of a broken heart. Edit. Listen up, people. Don't use this as grounds for suicide. Use this as grounds to continue living. The fact of the matter is that people die. That's something that everyone has to cope with. It's as inevitable as a rock getting wet when tossed into a body of water. I don't know if people are scared to accept this as fact or just haven't ever really thought about it, but that's just how life is. Now, with that being said, if everyone walked around every day with an imaginary Grim Reaper right behind them, then they would forget that they were even alive in the first place. Don't lose sight of everything that makes life worth living. Go hike up a mountain. Go hug your husbands and wives. Go run a marathon. Go on an adventure with your pets. Go create a satellite that grants free Wi-Fi for all. Do whatever it is that makes you feel happy, because your only chance to do so is right now. Be happy, be loving, and be kind, while you still contain the physical ability to do so. Death exists and we should all acknowledge this fact, but where there is death there is also life. Don't let anything stop you from being happy, not even death itself. Your parents masturbate. Except for my mom. Came back from college and she decided to clean my room. She found my toys, and instead of being furious, super Christian, she was just sort of bewildered. She did not know women did that. She knew men did, but it literally never occurred to her to do so herself, or contemplate the fact it was possible. She seemed weirded out, and I kind of wonder if she was ever really into sex herself, or just did it to please my dad and make babies. Think about everything you love most. That song that helped you through those dark times, the book that made your childhood, the movie that never fails to make you laugh even after your 100th time watching it. Someone out there has jacked off to each and every single last thing you love. They have jacked off all over your childhood memories, all over every song in your music library, to every scene in that movie. Somewhere, someone right now is blowing a load all over this very thread. Everything you love has been covered in cum, and one day, someone will do it all again. When you enter a couple's house, especially a newlywed, you can assume that they most likely had sex on every bit of furniture in that house, including the kitchen table and the couch you sitting on. I spent so much time waiting for something to happen. Like sitting on some steps outside of a house waiting for something to happen. Hanging out with people I did not really like waiting for something to happen. I feel like so much time was wasted waiting for something to happen, instead of doing something, or making things happen. Dolphins have been known to gang rape females, rape animals from other species, including, but not exclusively, humans, kill for pleasure, kill babies of rival dolphins to free up females, have been known to try and drown people, among other wonderful things. All male chicks hatched by the egg industry, whether free-range organic or caged, are killed as soon as they are sexed. The most commonly used method is a high-speed grinder which instantly grinds them up. Methods include maceration. The chicks are placed into a large high-speed grinder. 2. Cervical dislocation. The neck is broken. Electrocution. An electric current is passed through the chick's body until it is dead. 5. Suffocation. The chicks are placed in plastic bags. 3. Gases or gas mixtures. Carbon dioxide is used to induce unconsciousness and then death. 2. Female ducklings in the foie gras industry are killed the same way. Never drink chocolate milk from a store. I heard this from someone whose family owns a dairy farm. At a dairy farm, cows are hooked up to mechanical pumps to get the milk. Cows with udders that are undamaged are ushered into group 1 and used for regular milk. But then there's the cows in group 2 whose udders have been blistered, cut, etc. from the metal pumps. They still have to be milked, but it is discolored due to the blood and pus that gets mixed in. They use the milk from the cows in group 2 for chocolate milk, using the chocolate to disguise the milk's discoloration. That college is often a very bad investment. If you do the math, how much money you would need to barely scrape by on the federal minimum wage with an annual average rate of inflation, until you have lived the average lifespan without investing, assuming no unexpected emergencies/health problems, you'll come to realize that you will probably never be able to retire, and you'll be working every day for the rest of your life. Mosquitoes drink nectar, but it doesn't have any protein for the females to produce eggs, which is why they drink animal blood. However, there's too much water in our blood for their bodies to process, so they simultaneously pee on your skin while they drink your blood to get rid of the extra H20. The more you know. You have thousands of bugs crawling in your eyebrows eating your skin. Creatures that are so small they can't defecate. They get bloated and decompose on your skin. The rim around your lips have millions of creatures living there, and often roaches will crawl on your face and feed from your lips while you sleep. Don't believe me? Look it up. Public drinking water treatment plants are not designed to prevent all cases of waterborne illness. They are designed to achieve maximum incidence of disease. For example, I hike from college, 1 in 100,000 cases of giardia per year. In other words, there is and always will be some amount of poop in the water, and that random case of food poisoning might not have been the tequila you had the day before.